Hi, teacher. My name is Yu Zhuangfei. Thank you for listening to my presentation. My class group number is K12711. My university is Tulagi University. Today, I will introduce my favorite movie. This article contains 4 parts. Part 1. Introduction. First of all, I want to introduce the main plot of this story. The background of the novel is that in the 1930s, the young banker Andy was wrongly sentenced to life imprisonment because his wife and her lover were killed. However, Andy didn't bow his head to destiny. After more than 20 years of unremitting dispersal, he finally climbed out of the 500-yard sewage pipeline on a thunderstorm night and got a new life. Part 2. My feelings. Before reading the book, I read the introduction of the author Stephen King. I didn't expect him to be a horror novelist. I was thinking that the atmosphere created in the book should be much darker than in the movie. But just like watching the movie, my mind is still shocked, and Shawshank's horror may only be manifested by a horror novelist like Stephen King. There has never been a prison that scares us so much. Shawshank, described by the author, is a place that destroys humanity. The dark days in the prison have institutionalized everyone inside. No matter who he is, when he first entered Shawshank, he will not be related to this prison. But 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, unconscious, it was worn away the corners of people, wiped out the dreams of the past, and let you slowly turn from fire to dependence. As Joyce said, at the first you may hate it, then you may like it, and then later you may not be able to do without it, which is called institutionalization. Listening, there is a sadness, but also a frustration. People repair the roof, blowing the wind, basking in the sun, drinking beer. This is kind of, but I can still feel the glory of life revealed in the story. That is Andy. Andy is unique in prison. His uniqueness carries a kind of vitality, but also a kind of nameless night. The author defines him as hope. There are 2 things which made me feel the hope of life. Once, Andy locked himself in the room and played music with the radio of the prison. For the people in the prison, the music was their only remaining spiritual enjoyment, but it was simple but of extraordinary significance. Another time was on a spring morning after a few things will never happen in Shawshank, but Andy did it with his agility. Seeing how mood are words, Andy was using his actions to bring a kind of hope to his friends, a kind of positive progress. It can be said that these 2 acts are a kind of soul cry, and although weak, but tenacious, his Andy's unyielding to Shawshank and life. Even Andy's friends don't believe in the existence of freedom. They may think he's great, but they will not believe that he can obtain the freedom they do not have. However, Andy finally escaped and fled to his path of freedom. Compared to freedom, what is the 300-meter sewage pipe, and how beautiful the sky is after the wind and rain. As long as the hope is still here, you still have everything. Part 3. Conclusion. My reasons for choosing this movie. This movie has taught me a lot. The first point, independent thinking. The second point, living in the world, it is inevitable to encounter unfair treatment, perhaps without warning, and sadly suffering a restless fate. No matter what the situation, don't be depressed. Maintain an independent thinking ability. Calmly analyze your own reality. Make the worst plan. Do not do your best efforts and do the best actions. The third point, a person with an independent personality must build an unshakable conviction in his heart. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Thank you.